Good morning and hello, I'm Professor Code and this is a Forex Supermodel Racing Review for Thursday the 13th of October 2022. Quick look at yesterday's results for Tuesday the 12th then. We're at Weatherby on the National Hunt, the 450. We're on this number 3, Geo Wolf, which was a non-runner unfortunately. There's only 4 in the race. Another one pulled out as well, so there's only 2 ran in the end. And the winner was this number 4, Mac Sabrini, which won at 6 to 5. And believe it or not, that was the second favourite. So it was a tight race anyway. So the count static at 64.4 units, so no change there. We had £2.50 per £8 units, £250 on, at a nice 15 to 1 on that horse, with exposure just under a third of a unit. But obviously didn't run, so we don't know. So right, we're back. We've written up today's racing then for Thursday the 13th of October. Grab this. We've got no filter one, which is our stricter filter, no ratio. We do have an alternate. It's I've even written where it is, have we? It's Brighton, Brighton 130. Let's write that up. So it's an EBF European Breeders' Fund Novice Stakes, Class 5, 2-year-old. 5 furlongs, 215 yards, so it's nearly 6 furlongs, soft, good to soft in places. Now that's a big going change from the initial chalk up on the racing post, which was good to firm. Now what do we know about Brighton 6 furlongs? It's model 99, and only Lingfield is as quick on the all-weather, 99. Chelmsford, Newcastle 98, a bit slower. Kempton and Dundalk 97, slower again. Southall fair bit slower, 94, and Wolverhampton slow slot 93. So it's right at the quick end. It's going to be tempered a little bit because it's soft, good to soft in places, but this is a sort of downhill undulating course, and I don't think the ground will slow them up that much. So you're looking for speed horses basically. Now the front 2 are tight, which is number 3 Mutani. And number 1 Danger Alert in the betting, and what do we know about number 3 Mutani? Well, it's had 4 runs, Haydock, Nottingham, Wolverhampton and Haydock again, over 6 furlongs, and they're much slower surface pace profiles, 96, 93, 96. So and if you look at that horse, we don't think it'll have the pace for Brighton, so we can give that the chop, Mutani, and likewise with Danger Alert. It's a bit more tricky. Number 1, 3 runs, Haydock 6 furlongs, good soft, model 96. Then he went to Chester in a 5 furlong race, model 98. Now it was drawn wide, sort of right out on the bend, and so it had a relatively, potentially a bad trip, and also the bit, according to the jockey, malfunctioned and went through the mouth of the horse. So he didn't have any control of the horse. So it ended up a bit shambolic, that ride. So and then Sandown, 5 furlong maiden, good to firm, model 96. Now likewise with this horse, it's closer, admittedly. Where is it? Danger Alert. The Chester run is difficult to assess because of the wide draw and the bit malfunction, but on balance we're going to have it, get rid of it. So that leaves us with 3 horses in the race, 2 FTOs, 2 fertile outers, which is Umming and Ahring is one, and Embassy Row is the other. Now on breeding, you can make a case for them, but you can always make a case for horses on breeding pretty much. So we've had to include those, and so we've gone £1.50 per £8 unit on both of those, so that's £150 each. On those, we've got 31 to 1 on Umming and Ahring, and 23 to 1 on Embassy Row. But the interesting one is this number 4, Nomas, which is about 11 to 1 at the moment. And what do we know about that? Well, it's had 1 run at Leicester, it's a novice stakes over 7 furlongs. That's model 97, so it's a bit quick. It's getting there, but not quite as quick. And that race was won by Naval Power, which has got an official rating of 110. So and if you read all the drivel in the racing publications, they'll say that that race was mediocre, but it wasn't. It was a very decent novice race, and we got a Leicester. Leicester is a stiffer course. We've got a furlong less, and we've got a downhill speedier course. So this horse is likely to be quite well suited. Nomas. It's going to have its second run, and the conditions will suit. So we've done 150 per £8 unit at 11 to 1 on average. So we've got 3 lots of 150. We've got 450 per £8 unit. So that's £450 for us, with exposure of just over half a unit, 0.5625 exposure, as we said. So basically, we're taking on the front two due to their lack of speed and relative poorness at relevant courses. We don't think this good to soft ground is going to blunt the speed too much at Brighton due to its downhill nature and undulations, but we'll see. And at these odds, it's well worth having a go. The two unknowns obviously are these two FTOs, Elmending and Embassy Row, but they've just got to be in the mix just to complete the risk-reward profile. So, but the interesting one is this number 4, Nomas, 11 to 1 in a 5-runner race. It's well worth a go in our opinion. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Having a go at those. We'll see how we go, and we'll review that tomorrow. So if you're waiting for the Forex video yesterday, so apologies. We had problems with our equipment yesterday afternoon when we were thinking of doing it. We'll try and crank it up today, and it's not done us any harm. We had the Fed minutes, and the market is just waiting on some data anyway. So apologies if you're not interested in that. Anyway, so anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and goodbye.